Hey y'all, it's Andrea from Andrea Speaks TV. Welcome back to the channel. I'm back to bring you more news and commentary you can use. Listen, y'all, it's been raining today in my area, and with the rain and the cooler weather, it's actually cold now. So that's why I'm actually driving, and I'm still in my coat, and I have my scarf on for an extra layer of warmth. Listen, y'all, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that your family is doing well. And I want to say thank you so much for continuing to support the channel. Listen, y'all, I want to come on really quickly. I won't keep you long, but I wanted to talk about a topic today, a trending topic that many people are talking about. I guess you could say it's a landmark day or milestone day. Listen, let me know, were you aware of this? But the United Nations, the UN, you've heard me talk about them here on the channel before, but they predicted that today the world population would reach 8 billion people. Okay, so today allegedly is the day where the world population reaches 8 billion people. Now think about this, y'all. 8 billion is a pretty large number, right? I was looking at a video earlier concerning the world population, and in the video it was reported that it took 12 years, I believe 12 years, for the world population to reach 7 billion. I can't remember exactly what date or year this happened, you know, that the world population reached 7 billion. And I also read that based on projections rather, based on whatever system or whatever way they have of gathering and analyzing their data, it's now predicted that the world population will not reach 9 billion people until, I believe, the year 2037. Okay, you all let me know your thoughts on this topic. Now, I also read that, and you all can let me know, you can chime in and let me know your insight in the comments, but the largest I already knew this, but the largest country in the world in terms of population is China, followed by India. Okay, and there are even reports that sometime maybe in the future, I don't know if it's the near future, but sometime in the future it's predicted that India will become the #1 most populated country in the world based on their growth in that particular country. Now, in the new, I can't remember, I was looking at a couple of different news sources talking about this topic, but I also read that countries in Asia, as well as, I want to say it was, the way it was described was sub-Saharan Africa. So countries also in Africa, they are some of the most they have some of the most fastest growing populations. Okay, so you know, of course they're contributing to the world population, as we, you know, as all the countries are. But the article did point out some other countries, and maybe I'll go back later and list them in the comments, or I'll link the information in a post on our community tab. So make sure you check out the community tab as well, so that you can get the information on that. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me phone. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. I flipped the camera around. Okay, I was trying to fix my phone so that it wouldn't fall. But y'all, listen. Now, while a lot of people may be excited, you know, for whatever reason, maybe there are some people who are into statistics and, you know, maybe keeping up with things like the world population. Maybe that's their thing. While some people may be excited about this news, okay, I'm here to say that there could be some people, okay, some groups that are not as excited about this news, particularly groups and individuals who, some of them I have talked about on the channel. You know, some of them are, I'll just call them maybe climate activists. I don't know, what can we call these people, these individuals, these organizations and companies who are really about changing and doing something about the climate, you know, of the world. Okay, what can we call them? I'll just call them climate activists. I don't know if they have a title. I don't know, but you know what? When I heard this news about the world population reaching 8 billion people, you know, I immediately, one of the first things I thought about, one of the first people that I thought about was Bill Gates. Okay, you all know I've talked about him on the channel, and I talked about how, I believe it was 11 years ago, I referenced this video many times. I believe it's called Innovating to Zero, I think it's called, but you can look it up. You can do a search here, right here on this platform. But over 11 years ago, he talked about how there was a concern for climate and emissions and things like that. I believe it's CO2 emissions. I hope I'm saying this correct. You all please correct me if I'm wrong. I hope I'm not saying the wrong, you know, giving the wrong information. But I believe it was CO2 emissions, something like that, that there was a concern about. And in his presentation, he listed several factors that were contributing to an increase in, I believe he talked about the greenhouse gases, all of those things, right? Well, listen, y'all, one of those factors that he highlighted was the population, okay? And he basically was talking about, hold on, y'all, I have to sneeze. Okay, sorry about that, y'all, I had to sneeze. So yeah, basically, in his presentation, he talked about several factors that are contributing to, you know, the greenhouse gases and all these emissions and things like that. And one of his topics, one of the factors that he mentioned was the population. Now, I think he made like a joke or something like that. You can go and watch the video. But he was basically saying the closer to zero that we can get to, you know, these factors, the better it would be. So if population happens to be one of those factors, now of course the population, you know, I think that maybe that's what he was joking about, you know, the population, something about the population in zero. We know that that's not, you know, doesn't really seem likely, right? But it makes you wonder, you know, for those people who are behind this agenda or pushing this agenda, what do people like Bill Gates, and I'll even mention the World Economic Forum, okay, maybe there's some other people that I haven't mentioned. I wonder how they feel about this news, okay? What is this good news to them? Seems like it might not be if they're talking about population is a factor that contributes to, you know, greenhouse gases and all of these other, you know, I call it climate talk because I don't, you know, remember. I remember learning about it in school, but I haven't, you know, kept up with all of that. I'm not saying that I don't believe that climate and pollution and things like that, that it shouldn't be a concern, because I do, but it just seems like, you know, a lot of what has been advocated for concerning, you know, the climate, it just kind of seems a little bit, I won't say a little bit, it just kind of seems like, wait a minute, like, why are you going so hard behind this? Like, what's really going on? So you all let me know your thoughts. Again, to some this may be good news, like, wow, 8 million people, wow, this is a cool thing. But then there are some people who, you know, if I could maybe speculate, or I won't say speculate, well, I'll say maybe some people might be scratching their heads saying, hey, 8 billion people may be too many people. What are we going to do about it? Because at the end of the day, these people may be saying, I'm not saying from my point of view, but these people may be saying, hey, this is not good for climate change. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I believe that or you should believe that, but based on my research and my reports, you know, this is what I believe that some people are saying, like, hey, wait a minute, we got to do something about this. So you all let me know your thoughts. Again, it was announced today that the United Nations is saying that today, at some point in today, the world population was supposed to hit 8 billion people. Okay. Also, another thing, you know, there has been a lot of talk about, you know, there are some people, well, I won't go into detail about that here on in this video. I'll talk more about it once I can, you know, sit down and maybe share my computer screen with you. But you know, in the countries that they named as some of the fastest growing, I would be interested to see, you know, what's going on in those countries now. Are they dealing with, let me see how I want to say this. Y'all know how YouTube can be. But, you know, some of those countries, and I'll go back and list them. I'm going to do research and I'm going to find out, okay, are things just mysteriously happening there? I know in some areas, I did a video on this. Some areas, they're saying that they're dealing with cholera outbreaks. You know, I'm going to start paying attention to these countries, okay, that I would say are on the UN or United Nations radar. I'm going to do some research and I'm going to find out what exactly is going on in those countries. Are they pushing a certain thing in the arm? You all know what I'm talking about. Okay, unfortunately, I'm not able to say, well, I could say the title because, okay, I'm saying what I want to say on my channel. But we all know how, you know, YouTube can be. You all understand that. So you know what I'm talking about when I say pushing a certain thing in the arm. Okay, I wonder in those countries that are some of the fastest growing as far as population, are they pushing a certain thing in the arm? Are there mysterious outbreaks that are happening? Diseases and illnesses that haven't happened ever, or diseases and illnesses that haven't happened for tens, you know, for decades. I was about to say tens of years, but I could just say decades, right? You know, I'm going to start looking into and doing some research and finding out what are those countries dealing with. Are they dealing with mysterious natural disasters? What's going on in those countries, basically, is what I'm saying, that could have some type of effect on their population. Because after all, as I told you all, as I reported, and even based on my research, there are some concerns by certain individuals and organizations about the world population and how that is contributing to the whole thing going on with climate. So you all let me know your thoughts. Again, today the UN reported that today was supposed to be the day that the world population hit 8 billion people. Is this good news? Is this not good news? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll talk to you soon in another video right here on Andrea Speaks TV.